Let's do this. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, it's finally here. I'm finally filming my haul. I have been kind of dragging my feet on this video, not gonna lie. And the only reason for that is because of the swatches. It took me so long. It took me almost an hour to swatch everything for you guys, but I should be able to have everything swatched out for you and up close shots of each product so that you guys can kind of see more or less what I got. So past Sabrina, thank you so much for taking all of that time to do swatches for this video. And present Sabrina, I'm excited to share with what I picked up, to share with you all finally what I got. I'm gonna try my best to really just speed through this video because I have a lot to share with you all. So make sure that you are comfortable and make sure that you probably don't have any distractions, or if I'm playing in the background, hey, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I have a box of some stuff and then I have a basket of some stuff, and I'm not going to go in any order. At first I thought I was going to try to do it in chronological order of how I purchased it and when I purchased it. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to myself. Editing Sabrina is going to hate me though, but that's okay. Anyways, let's talk about the beauty that is actually on my eyes today. And this is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Pastel Dreams palette. Let me show you guys a close-up of my makeup. I mean, isn't this the most vivid and bright, like, lilac color? I just cannot get over how beautiful and pigmented these pastels are. And so this is definitely a palette that when I saw it, I wanted it. And again, I'm going to include swatches. I'm going to include some close-up shots of all of the products for you guys. I used this today for the very first time, and all I really did was I just took the lilac color, I threw it in my crease pretty heavily. I didn't really care too much about placement, and then I just went in with the shimmer shade and put that on the lids, and then I brought down the same lilac shade on the lower lash line with the bright pink, and then I used the bright pink shimmer shade on the inner corner. I am so impressed with this, and I just cannot wait to continue playing around with this one. So I'm super excited about this, but I said I was going to take a long time, and here I am. So let's get moving. The next product that I picked up, you guys already knew about this. This is the Tartelette Juicy palette, and I'm sure you guys have seen this one before. It's just a pretty neutrally mauve toned pink palette, and I have to say, before I get into this any further, I am planning on doing a ranking my new makeup video. So I'm not going to try to be too heavily review focused on this video today because I plan on doing that like ranking video. So just stay tuned for that one. It's definitely coming. But so far, how I feel about this one is I'm super underwhelmed by the shimmer shades, but the mattes perform beautifully. So I'm gonna keep playing around with this one. I still do think it's a beautiful palette, but it's probably the least overwhelming, one of my least overwhelming purchases, if that makes sense, like excitement wise. All right, moving on. The next products that I have is actually the Ofra and Samantha March Round 2 collaboration. So this is the Life's a Draft palette, and this is actually an eye and face palette. And I will say my last Get Ready With Me that I have here on my channel, I did use this. So if you are curious how it performs, I'm not the best at Get Ready With Me's, so please, don't come for me about my Get Ready With Me's, but I tried my best. But anyways, I did use this if you are curious, and this is such a favorite of mine already. I absolutely love the Ofra complexion products. The eyeshadows kind of leave a little bit to be desired, but I will say they create a beautiful day-to-day work appropriate everyday look, right? And they're really nice and approachable, especially for purples. So overall, super happy with this and very impressed. All right, moving on again, I do have the Wet n Wild and SpongeBob collection, and this is the Nautical Nonsense eyeshadow palette. I have only used this one time, and I have to say, I really am glad that I have it. I really do enjoy the packaging. I'm including close-ups separately, but I wanted to show you anyways. I think it's so beautiful, and I know people were talking about how this is pretty expensive in comparison to other Wet n Wild eyeshadows, but honestly, they went all out with the packaging. There's even like embossments in these shadows, so it doesn't bother me too much, but I do like the quality of this. I really enjoyed the look, and I will say I went in with this blue shade all over the lid when I first used it, and honestly, it lasted all day. So I do like it. It's just obviously it's not the best quality eyeshadow palette out there. It's mainly just for the SpongeBob lover and me that I got it. So there's that. The next product, this I actually got because it was on sale. Like, this is a product that I had been considering for a while. I believe Beauty Deals BFF was kind of the way that I found out it was on sale. But this is the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. This is a face palette. This I only got for $15. $15 because it was on like, I don't know if it was like half off and then I got another percentage off or something, but this is really nice. I've actually only had it a few days because it was out of stock when I got it, but what happened was they pretty much just like held it for me. As soon as it became in stock, they shipped it, and as soon as it shipped, I got it right away. And honestly, I am just so happy to have this. Emily Noel talks about this palette still to this day. She loves it. She thinks that it's such great quality and that it's a really great everyday palette, and I cannot wait to use this when I'm actually traveling because so far I'm very impressed with it. So that was definitely an unplanned purchase. I will say the things that I actually bought that were on my wish list, you'll see those because I believe I shared my wish list with you guys, but you will see some of those. But like for instance, this one and the Wet n Wild SpongeBob palettes, the Ofra one, the Pastel Dreams palette, a lot of those were just kind of like they released around the same time that I was allowed to purchase some makeup. So that's kind of why I bought them. So the next product, again, you guys knew that I purchased this, but this is from Urban Decay. This is the Stoned Vibes palette. And this one I picked up a few months ago already at this point, and I am honestly so pleased with it. I think it's a beautiful palette. It really does elevate a lot of eyeshadow looks, and the packaging of course is stunning. It's A+. So I just wanted to share swatches of this palette with you guys, and I also wanted to just mention it because I did purchase it during that time frame that I was purchasing makeup. All right, another unplanned purchase. This is actually something that I picked up from Marshalls, and this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and I do have the shade 280, and I paid $19.99 for this, so it's not the greatest deal in the world, but it's still significantly cheaper than if I were to purchase it full price at Sephora. And so this is what it looks like, and I will say that the shade is a little bit darker for me, but I think I can make it work. I have to say so far, I don't know how to use this. Like, I'm really bad with powder foundations, but I'm still really glad to have this because I know that powder foundations are kind of trendy right now, especially with like the L'Oreal Infallible powder foundation coming out. So I'm really excited to have this one in my collection. I know that some people are kind of comparing this one to the L'Oreal one, so I'm glad to have the main one, and maybe this summer I'll get a tan that this will work even better for me. But that was something that I did pick up from TJ. Another TJ Maxx item. This is one of the MAC Glow Play blushes, and I did pay $12.99 for this, and this is just a cream blush from MAC, and I do have the shade Rosie Does It. Now here's the story with these. I wanted these for so long. I specifically want the shade So Natural, but I found this one and I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna purchase it because I was just so curious about the actual formula of these cream blushes. And I am just so glad that I finally found them at TJ Maxx. I had been looking forever, and actually I found this one at a TJ Maxx by my sister's house, which is obviously one I don't usually go to. So I'm just really glad that I was able to find one of these Glow Play blushes, and I am just obsessed with cream blushes at the moment anyways. So yes, this was another unexpected purchase, but I'm so happy to have it. Now this is something that is, I can tell you and give it away right now, it is one of my favorites. I mean, I am already very in love with this product, and this is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan. So It's the Omega Bronzer, and it's the shade Tantastic. This was on sale for the longest time at Sephora for, I believe, $35. And I wanted to grab it, but I was so hesitant each time. And it did go ahead and go out of stock on Sephora's site, and it's never really been in stores either. So I looked up on the actual Marc Jacobs website, and it was on sale for that $35. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I am so glad that I did, because not only does it smell like a dream, it smells like suntan lotion. It smells so good, but it is a stunning bronzer. It's beautiful. It's a nice buildable, like, I mean, it blends like a dream, the formula. It's so great, and I'm so glad to have it. I also really love the really cute, like, white compact. Super impressed with this. This next item, I'm actually very unimpressed with, and it's very unfortunate because it is a very expensive item. However, I bought it at a cosmetic company outlet store. So this is one of the Tom Ford quads. You guys know I really love my nude dip quad from Tom Ford, also purchased at a cosmetic company outlet store. And I went ahead and wanted to pick up some other things from Tom Ford, and you'll see I did pick up some other things here in a little bit, but this is the quad in the shade Supernova, and I am just very unimpressed with this. It is, I don't know, it's just not very good. I tried it like 2 or 3 times already, and it's just, I'm very underwhelmed and very unimpressed with the formula, especially because I know that this was originally $88 and I paid $35, and I honestly think $35 is too much for this. I mean, there's Wet n Wild shadows that I think perform better than this. So I'm really upset at this. I think I might continue using it. If not, I might try to sell it on my Poshmark, maybe offer it to my sister. So I'm really unimpressed with this, but of course it's not something that I could have predicted. I just came home, and of course it swatched beautifully, but I just came home and tried it and was underwhelmed, and there's nothing I could have done about that. So I'm very just disappointed in this. I'm still, you know, wanting to purchase some other Tom Ford quads because I do really enjoy the new dip one so much, but this one is just, it leaves a, you know, it leaves a little bit to be desired. So anyways, just thought I'd mention that one. So first box is done, so let's move right on along. And you have no idea how excited I am to finally put away all this makeup. I mean, I've just been digging out of boxes to use it because I've been waiting to show you the haul, and I didn't want to put it back into my collection and forget something. So anyways, moving on, I did pick up this from Ulta. It's from Wet n Wild. It's the Impossible Primer. So it's the one silicone-free primer that does it all. And honestly, the packaging, again, I'm going to show close-ups, but the packaging of this is so cute. I love the really light pink color and how the Impossible wording is like holographic. It's so cute, but this is a really good primer. I'm actually really impressed with it. I've used it a couple of times, and really what intrigued me the most was Jessica Braun had reviewed it, and I believe she was gravitating towards it. And then also, I don't really watch Daisy Cash, but I have seen a few of her videos, and she like really loves this. So I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. And I'm really into Wet n Wild right now, and I'm so glad that I picked it up because I think it's pretty good. All right, so here's another one of those Tom Ford products. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Glow Bronzer, and I do have the shade 2 Terra. This was like, I think regular price, 70 something dollars, and this is the mini size of this bronzer. Mini size. This is what it looks like. It's a stunning bronzer, and I'm so glad that I have it. Honestly, I think it's great. But again, this is a mini. I cannot get over how tiny this is. Honestly, it's not that tiny. It is a very good, decently sized mini, but of course, it's 70 something dollars. Mini. But anyways, I like it. I love the packaging. I think it's really good. I did grab this from a cosmetic company outlet store. The one I go to is Insane Marcus, in case you were curious, because I know some of you probably are from Texas as well. But yeah, I really do enjoy this. I think it's really good, and honestly, I'm happy with it. I really am, and I'm really glad that I got it for like 60% off. So that was another like amazing Tom Ford product. Okay, completely end of the spectrum, moving on to Wet n Wild again. I did pick up one of the Wet n Wild tinted hydrators, and I'm actually really loving this. I think it's a really great like tinted moisturizer option from the drugstore. I know that a lot of people actually do enjoy this formula. I think it works for a pretty wide range of skin types. The shade range could definitely be improved, but I will say I have seen some creators here on YouTube of various different skin tones use this, and so that does make me feel a little bit more comfortable with purchasing it. But yes, I think it's really great. I think the formula is really awesome as well, and honestly it lasts pretty well on the skin too. I haven't tried it underneath the mask though, but so far I'm very impressed, and I love the very inexpensive price tag as well. All right, moving along. So this is one of the formulas that I was dying to try. As soon as April 1st hit, I was like, I need to try these. These are from Revlon. Believe it or not, I cannot believe that I'm into Revlon right now. But Revlon, I feel like, is coming out with some really like innovative stuff, and I'm all here for it. So these are one of the Revlon So Fierce Prismatic palettes, and I do have the shade That's a Dub. I have another one of these as well that I did purchase, and honestly, this first shade right here is stunning. I mean, it is beautiful. And I also want to say, I'm sorry if the swatches are a little bit dark. Every time I feel like I want to film swatches, it's cloudy outside. So I'm so sorry, but this is amazing. I'm telling you, this shade right here alone, I think it's worth it. And honestly, it lasts really well on the lids. When I do use it, all I do is I just rub my finger through it and tap it on, and it's stunning. It's a perfect like one and done shadow. I wear this like color to work a lot, especially when I'm like running out the door, you know, headed to work. It's just a really great palette, and honestly, they kind of remind me of like Tom Ford. Obviously Tom Ford is like way better, you know, but at least that's not that one palette though. But still, I'm so impressed. And for $10, I think they're really cute color stories. And I have another one that I purchased too, but That's a Dub is really nice if you love neutrals. I will say though, don't expect full-blown pigment with these palettes. I think that's kind of the beauty of these palettes, is they're very light and like effortless kind of looking. Like it's like a good, like a nice wash of color. It's not super opaque or pigmented, except for this one like shimmer shade. But I like that. I like that they're kind of like editorial looking. But anyways, picked one of those up. Picked it up from Walmart. So impressed. Speaking of being impressed, this Wet n Wild palette, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tin pan palette, and it's in Nude Awakening. I know that Nude Awakening has been around for some time now, but this is just like in their newer, like updated packaging. I think it even might be a newer formula, but I am so impressed with this little tin pan palette. It's so good. I actually wore this a couple of times to work, and it lasted really well throughout the day. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Jessica Braun made me buy this one. I wasn't going to get it. I really wasn't, but Jessica Braun loved it, and I really enjoy a lot of the like Jessica Braun's recommendations, so I picked it up, and I'm very impressed with this little palette. All right, another item from the Wet n Wild SpongeBob collection. I did pick up the little highlighter, and I haven't used this actually, but it's so cute. It's like, I love the little like SpongeBob embossment. This was mainly again for the collectors in me, for the SpongeBob lover in me. I know that this is probably going to be a little bit deep for me. It's probably going to suit like deeper complexions a lot better because it's a golden highlighter, but I think it's really fun and it's really cute, and I'm happy to have it. So there's that. And by the way, I did pick up the SpongeBob collection from Ulta, so there's that. Moving on, because I need to like get through this. So this is from Ofra, and this is actually one of their liquid blushes, and this is in the shade Loyal, and I think it's pretty good. It is actually the blush that I'm wearing today, and I think it's good. It's not my favorite cream or liquid blush formula out there. I, you know, far more enjoy the Rare Beauty ones, obviously the Flower Beauty ones, but this one is pretty good, and I actually got it in a set. So it came with this liquid blush and also this blush bronzer duo. So this is supposed to be like a bronzer and blush, or you can mix them all together and it's kind of like a blonzer, I guess. So like a blush and bronzer in one. And I got both of these for I think like 20 something dollars. So I thought that was a really good deal. And again, I really enjoy Ofra's complexion products. I think they're awesome. So I'm happy with these. These are probably not necessarily regrets, but I definitely didn't need them. But I'm still excited to try another formula and to have another like complexion product from Ofra. All right, so this is another Marshall's find, and this is from MAC, and this is one of the Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and this is in the shade Double Gleam, and I did pay $16.99 for this. And I have to say, this packaging feels so cheap. So cheap. I never realized how cheap like MAC's products feel, but like I feel like this is gonna fall out. But this is a beautiful highlight. I've actually gravitated towards this quite a bit. Like I said, a lot of my newer makeup products have just been kind of sitting here on the floor, and behind me the desk is where I get ready every day to do my makeup and stuff. And I've been like reaching to grab towards this highlight and use it along with like the Samantha March highlight, the new one. So yeah, I think this is really great and I'm happy to have it. All right, so this is another one of those Revlon palettes. So again, these are the So Fierce Prismatic, I can never say that right. These are the So Fierce Prismatic palettes, and this is in the shade Slight Flex. And honestly, this is stunning. This is so beautiful. This shade right here is kind of like a duochrome. It's so beautiful, honestly. I used this, like this is the very first, like one of the very first things that I picked up. I think I picked up the Tom Ford stuff first because it was gonna work out that I was in San Marcos or something. And then I went to Walmart and I picked up these. And honestly, I wore this like one of the very first days within April, and I got a compliment. Like someone like was like, hey, I really love your eyeshadow. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I was like, it's like a palette from the drugstore. And I was like, oh, like yada, 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 you know? But seriously, I mean, the fact that like I had this shade all over my lid, I'm pretty sure I had like this in my crease and this like on the outer corner, like, and I got compliment. I mean, come on, like it's beautiful. Pick these up. I'm telling you, they're so good. They feel so high end. We're getting through it. Okay, speaking of Ofra again, I decided to pick up the Samantha March River Bronzer. I actually own the original like Start Inspired highlighter and the Chiclet blush, but I never had the bronzer, and I heard so many great things about it. So I decided to pick it up. It's actually a split pan, so it does have a shimmer side as well as a matte side. And honestly, it's good. I knew that I was gonna like it. Like I said, I really enjoy a lot of the Ofra complexion products, so I'm just glad to have this one. All right, I did purchase two products from the e.l.f. Mint Melt collection. These are again kind of regrets, mainly this, but that's okay. I'm gonna actually try to film a low buy update video for you guys and kind of talk about like what I've learned and what I'm wanting to do going forward for the rest of the year. But I did pick up the lip plumping gloss in the shade Chocolate Chip, and this is a stunning color. It really is. I will say though that it is pretty plumping, and I actually do kind of feel it. So that's something that kind of bothers me, but honestly the shade is so stunning. And then I did pick up one of the like eye crayons, and this one is in the shade Meant For You. And I actually have not used this yet, but the reason I grabbed this was because I do have the ColourPop Meant To Be palette, and I figured that this would be like a nice base for it. Or if I wanted to do like brown on the top and then like mint on the lower lash line, I thought this would be really cute to do that. So I did pick these both up from Walmart. Okay, we're almost there, you guys. So So along with the Samantha March collection, I did pick up the lip gloss trio. And honestly, I'm kind of annoyed by this because I was really only interested in the shade Peony. I think the shade Peony is so beautiful. It's like a really nice soft pink color. And the other two shades are Queen and Millie. Now Millie came out in her previous collection, so I already have that one. And then Queen is just kind of like a bronze color, and it's beautiful as it looks. I just don't really gravitate towards colors like that. Plus, I think I have one kind of similar. So, in case you were curious, I am selling these two unused, unopened, like not swatched or anything, lip glosses on my Poshmark. Along with, I believe like these were free with purchase during the, like whenever the collection launched. This is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Story. So this is another Samantha March purchase or item, product, what have you. So I'm selling all 3 of these for like $20 on Poshmark, and they're unused, okay? I just knew that I already had Millie. I didn't want this one. I already have Story, but I wanted Peony. Now they're like freaking selling them individually. I'm like, why do you do this? Why? And it's my fault. I should have just waited. I knew that I didn't need these others, but in case you're curious, I am selling these for $20, I think, on my Poshmark. I will try to leave my Poshmark linked down below, my closet. If they don't sell though, I'm probably just gonna give them to my sister or friends or something, so keep that in mind. It's already been up there for a while and I haven't gotten any buyers, which is okay, but yes, they're gonna be on there for $20 if you're interested. But yes, I really like the shade Peony though. I think it's really, really beautiful, and this is the shade that I wanted. So these are brand new. This one is not, and I've used it already. All right, so I have some more products from Revlon. So from Revlon, these were 2 items. This one is a newer product. This is the Revlon Color Stay Brow Fiber Filler. So it's just like a brow gel, and honestly, I don't love this, but that's okay, because again, I wanted to try it. I'm glad that I tried it. I wouldn't have known that I didn't like it. You can't predict things like that, and I purchased it from Walmart, so I can't return it. But anyways, I don't care for this, but I did grab it. This, however, I do like. This is one of the Revlon Color Stay Cream eyeshadows, and I have this shade, I believe it's Caramel. Stunning. It's beautiful. I love it for just all over the lid. I think it's a beautiful, like, nice cream shadow to wear for work. And yeah, great new purchases from Revlon. I love the little palettes. I love this not so much, but hey, I have mostly wins. All right, so let's keep it going. If you are with me still, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You have no idea. This is another TJ Maxx purchase. This is from Becca, and this is the Mineral Blush in the shade Flower Child. I really enjoy the mineral blushes from Becca. I think they're really, really good. I paid $9.99 for this, by the way. And funny story, whenever I purchased this, I got into the car. My husband was in the driver's seat. He drives all the time. And I swatched this, and I was like, oh my freaking gosh, I already have this. And I was like, seriously? I was like, I have a lot of makeup. I knew it was gonna happen one day, and it happened. Well, then I got home and I didn't have it. So I'm so excited. I do not have this color. I was confusing it with the shade Camellia. So this is Flower Child, but I do own Camellia already. But this is so beautiful. I really enjoy the Becca blushes. I think they're really good. Complexion products are really strong products from Becca, and I wanted to have this one. So really, really happy to have gotten that one for a good deal. This is another TJ Maxx product, and unfortunately, I don't have the price anymore. I'm thinking I paid maybe like $6 to $8 for this, but this is one of the Bare Minerals all over face color. So it's just one of like their powder blushes, and this is in the shade Statement Radiance. And honestly, I feel like Bare Minerals is kind of getting a lot of attention right now. I know Jessica Braun is using them pretty regularly. Kelly Gooch uses them a lot on her channel, so I wanted to give one of these a go. If not, I'm pretty sure my mom uses Bare Minerals, I think. So we shall see, but I am really happy to try one of these. I think next up, I want to try one of the loose bronzers from Bare Minerals. I bought a lot of makeup. I did. And you're not allowed to judge me. You're not, okay? You're not. I think I purged a little bit, but do you know what? I still think it's better that I did it this way. Okay, this I actually got for like $5. I could not believe it. Ofra was doing like this deal where if you purchase, I think I got this the same time that I got like that cream blush duo thing. It was like a deal where if you spent like $35 or something, you got this palette for $10, and then I got 20% off of that. So then I only paid like $5 for this. I mean, it was amazing. So this is the Sweet Dreams palette. I have not used this yet, but this palette from Ofra has actually been a palette that I had been considering for a while. And I have 2 palettes from Ofra, and then now the Samantha March one, and now this one. So I'm excited. I think it's a really cute, girly, like feminine color story. So I'm excited to use it. All right, so this is a product that I just randomly picked up from Ulta. I know that I love products like these though. This is just a tinted brow gel. I really, really enjoy products like these. I don't always have a lot of time to get ready for work, and so just running these types of products through my brows really does help with just kind of like speeding up the brow process, I guess. This is just from Essence. This is the Make Me Eyebrow Gel Mascara. Words are hard. And I do have the shade Brownie Brows. I think it's a tad too dark, but I think I'm able to make it work. So I did grab this one. And then another product that I randomly picked up from Ulta, and I have to say, I'm not really obsessed with this. I really am not. I might even return this to Ulta. I don't know. But this is one of the CoverGirl Cheekers blushes, and I have the shade Soft Sable. And this is an Emily Noel inspired makeup purchase. I want to say there was like a really good sale. I think it was during the Ulta spring haul. I think that's what it was. But this is so shimmery, you guys, and it's shimmery in the bad places. Like it kind of like enhances my pores really badly on my cheeks. And I love luminous blushes. I love like glowy blushes and shimmer blushes, but this, I think because this is kind of like an outdated formula. The formula is nice. It's nice and smooth and pigmented, but it's a shimmer blush, and I just think that it enhances too much. So I need to continue playing around with this one, but I am just not super in love with this product. But I've heard so many good things about those blushes though. Okay, another Wet n Wild purchase. I'm telling you, I was really impressed with Wet n Wild right now. So this is one of the Wet n Wild Color Icon 5-pan eyeshadow palettes. I do have the shade Camo Flaunt. I used this already like one time. Super impressed with this little palette. It does have a pressed glitter though, so keep that in mind. But honestly, you can get such a cute little like cool toned or warm toned look with this palette. It's so cute, and these are so affordable. I want to say they're between like $3 to $4. It's amazing. It's such a cute little palette. Okay, man, I keep thinking we're done, and like we're not. Okay, Tom Ford, another Tom Ford product. This is one of the emotion proof eye colors. So it's just like a cream shadow, and I did pick up the shade 09 Bengal. Love this. I love this color. It's like a really cute, like muted, like taupey color, but has some dimension to it. It's beautiful, and honestly, I love, again, just throwing this all over the lids before going into work, and I love it. I really do like it. So glad that I picked that up. All right, this was another product that you guys knew I grabbed, but I wanted to mention it. This I got alongside the Tarte Juicy palette. This is just one of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips, and I have the shade Coconut. I really like these. I honestly I gravitate towards this a lot. So again, when I'm running out the door for work and I want something that's gonna give me some tint, but it's also pretty moisturizing, I grab this. It's so good, and I'm very pleased with it. So this is something that I am very excited to own and have in my collection. All right, so I did pick up some things from e.l.f. You guys already knew about this one. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I used it in, I think, that same Get Ready With Me, but this is one of the putty blushes, and it's in the shade Tahiti. This is not the best cream blush formula. Like, I do not think these deserve the rave that they're getting, like the hype that they're getting, because there's so many other ones out there. They're nice, and the colors that they have are nice, but the formula is almost drying, and they take a lot to build up. So just keep that in mind. If you're someone that really likes a pigmented blush, aka me, then you may not like these, but still, again, I'm really happy to have this formula in my collection to be able to like compare and reference for you guys. Okay, another product that I love, however, from e.l.f., these are one of the Hydrating Core Lip Shines, and I do have the shade Happy. This is, again, one of those products that I just love to throw on my lips and wear underneath my mask going into work. It's great. It's comfortable. It has a really beautiful tint to it that complements a lot of different eye looks. Love it. Now another product. So this product I did pick up from Target, but it sold at Ulta too. These are one of the Winky Lux blushes. So this is the Cheeky Rose Blush in the shade Crown. talk about A+ for packaging. I mean, come on. Like, you just want to display this cute little rose on your makeup vanity. This is beautiful. It's a great blush formula as well, and I think it stands out, and it really does compete with other cream blushes in my collection, and it's cute packaging. So this is really, really good. Almost done, and then I do have like some Yes Style makeup that I purchased. I did purchase one of these Kopari lip glossies, and I do have the shade Birthday Suit, so it does have a little bit of a tint to it. This is really nice. It's very glossy though, which is to be expected. The title is a lip glossy, but I hear a lot of great things about these Kopari lip glossies, and I wanted to try one for myself, so I did grab one of those from Ulta. And then I did pick up this. Now this is a disappointment, honestly. I don't think this really does anything. This is from NYX. This is the Marshmallow Primer, and I picked this up because Leah Janae has really been enjoying this ever since she got it. She does have the full size, but I have this mini size. This is ridiculously priced. Ridiculously priced. This mini is like $8. The full size is like $18. I mean, it's crazy. And it doesn't really do anything. Like, I see more happening with that Wet n Wild Impossible primer than I do with this one. So I'm happy to have it, just to have tested it. It does smell nice, but it doesn't do very much. All right, another product. This is another like one and done eyeshadow. I'm actually trying to work on a one and done eyeshadow look. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to recommending a lot of those one and done eyeshadows for you guys. But this is from Ulta Beauty, like the in-house brand, and this is the Bouncy Cream eyeshadow, and I do have the shade Italian Ice. It's really, really beautiful. I do really love the shade. I think it's perfect for every day. It's kind of like a taupey brown color. It's beautiful, and it has a lot of different like glitter suspended in it. It's stunning. I love this. Okay, now moving on. I did pick up some things from Yes Style makeup wise. I really wanted to try some K-Beauty makeup. So I did pick up one of these cotton blushes from Misha, I believe. Yes, it's a Misha cotton blusher, and I have the shade Mama's Camel Coat. I love the name. It's so cute. And I love the shade too. It's really cute. It's perfect for every day. It's a nice like nudie pink color that goes with a lot of different eye looks. So I really enjoyed that. And then I did pick this up. This is from the brand Peri Para, and this is one of their, what is it? Is it just Peri Para Ink V shading, and the shade Almond Brown. So I want to say this is just kind of like a contour little, like, I don't know, palette thing, and this is nice. It's not the best. I need to keep using it though. I want to say Taylor Wynn loves these, so I wanted to try them out. This is a huge disappointment, you guys. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but this is from Juicy Pang, and it's one of their Jelly Beam highlighters, and I don't know the name of this. I want to say it's in the shade, nope, I don't know it. This is almost like really dry feeling. It doesn't really have a lot of impact on the cheeks, like on the cheekbones. And I just, I don't love this. I was thinking it was gonna be kind of like the Kaja, like bouncy highlights, but it's not very good. This, however, is really nice. This is from Peri Para again, and this is the Pure Blushed Sunshine Cheek, and it's in the shade Hazel Orange. And honestly, it has the cutest embossment. It says, "It's okay, you already shine." It's so, so cute and so beautiful. And I love the packaging as well. It's honestly kind of similar to like Buxom, and it's not cheap. Like, I don't feel like this is like an Essence blush where it's gonna like pop off the lid. It's really nice and durable, and I love that it's kind of like the same color as the blush inside. So that's really cute. Almost done. I think we have 2 products left. This is from Misha. This is one of the dewy glossy eyes in the shade Honey Rose. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's kind of reminiscent to a like ColourPop Super Shock shadow. And you guys can see, like, I've been really dipping my finger in this. It's very like moussey, not moussey. It's like putty. Yeah, it's like a putty, but it's really pretty on the lids, and I do think it gives you kind of like that glossy look. So really, really beautiful. And finally, the last product. is from the Sam, and this is again from Yes Style, and this is one of their Eco Soul lip oils. And I did pick up the grapefruit one, and it smells so good, you guys, and it does leave your lips nice and hydrated. It does not look this orange on the lips. It looks really pretty. So those are all of the products that I picked up during the month of April. I know it was a lot. I know you guys are probably thinking, Sabrina, you purged. The low buy wasn't, the no buy for 3 months wasn't even worth it. You bought so much. I hear you, I do, but I really have been thinking about it, and I've talked it over with my husband that I do think it was still better this way, but I will get into that in my no buy / low buy update, so stay tuned for that video. If you enjoyed this haul, please do give this video a thumbs up. I would love for you to subscribe as well, and I hope you had a lot of fun and enjoyed this video today, but I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!